app. Start budgeting for free today.
So I've been married for less than 3 years. Okay. And I've worked for everything that I have, and nothing was given to me. And when I got married, my net worth was a little over $1 million.
Damn.
And but that did consist of most money in retirement and equity in a few rental properties. Mm-hmm. My fiance at the time, now husband, did not have as much as I did, which was fine. So we had decided to get a prenup, and whatever he came in with, I matched, and then anything else in excess of that was to go to our children.
What'd he come in with?
He came in with $160,000.
So you were at $1 million net worth, and he was at $160 net worth?
Yeah.
Whose idea was the prenup?
Mine.
Okay.
Shit.
Keep going.
Shit.
So,
Shit.
Sorry. Okay. One thing I want to note is that whenever the woman is the breadwinner, she has no problem requesting and demanding a prenup.
Facts.
Mm-hmm. When it's the other way around,
bitches be crying. They be calling their moms.
It's a big deal.
I can't believe this nigga don't trust me. He think we gonna get a divorce one day.
Exactly.
He think I want to take his shit. It's like,
I talked to a girl about this, and she tried to say, she said that she feels like it's okay for a woman, if she's the breadwinner, to get a prenup, but she would never get a prenup. She would never marry a guy and get a prenup if he's the breadwinner. Because she said her excuse was that because the woman usually has the kids and have to take care of the kids and stuff like that, they need the security or da-da-da-da-da. But in my opinion, that's what child support's for.
yeah, it's like you're literally, so you're choosing to be with someone that you don't even trust that you'd be able to do good co-parenting with. And so then it's like, why are you getting pregnant by them in the first place?
Also, what I think about that is like a prenup, people think that a prenup means that you get no money if we divorce. A prenup is just you guys actually making
an agreement
on if we break up, this is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Which I think is this. I think everyone should get a prenup.
Yeah.
Because why not have rules on our divorce? It doesn't mean we could still make it so you get all the money anyways. You can still make that in the prenup where you get all the money.
Yeah.
But just make sure that we're all leaving on our terms, not the terms that the government created for us.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
Honestly, my opinion on that, Akash's wife,
there's no prenup.
Same way.
There's no prenup.
No. Because she actually talked about that. She was like, she's made that exact same point. She was like, oh, like a woman, it's like she should have a prenup, but a man, like if he has a prenup, that's like weak shit. She said something like that.
Yeah, I hate that.
And on top of that too, she was talking about how like she should be compensated for carrying the babies, or even if they get a surrogate.
Why do they act like they don't want to have kids too? They act like, I had your child, I'm raising your child. No, these are our children that we both decided to have, and I'm providing for you and our child. We are all playing the roles that are necessary for the family. So you cannot now weaponize your role and minimize mine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But the fact that she said surrogate too.
Yo. I still slap.
Forward. Fast forward. I'm
She's
making
beautiful.
a great income. He's making.
I was
a great
thinking
income.
that, but I didn't want to take away from the video.
Very always, live below my means, and things just begun just not making any sense. And my husband owns his own business, and I just started seeing our accounts getting lower and lower and lower when I believe our account should have been getting higher and higher. So I said, hey, what's going on? And his response was, I just haven't done the paperwork, for taxes, and said that he filed the tax extension. So, it's taking money out of his savings until he goes through his paperwork so he can know what he has to pay exactly. I said, okay. Several months went by, and I still noticed these things going down, and things just don't make sense to me. Something in particular happened, and I pretty much said, are you sure everything's okay? He said, yeah. I asked him to please let me see his account, his business account where he said all the money was. And that's when he admitted to me that he has been stealing from, his words were, from us, from me, and is a fraud. And needless to say, dove into everything, and he has completely wiped us out.
Oh my gosh.
Our savings, everything. We now only have 2 months of emergency fund. We have 2 very small children, two under 2.
Uh-huh.
So
when you say he wiped out your savings, how much did you have saved? And he was just funneling it to keep his business afloat? Is that what you're saying?
So we had over $100,000 in savings. He also took from me personally $280 $6,000.
Out of where?
Just various accounts that I had that were deemed as premarital that weren't supposed to be touched.
And what did you use that money for?
So I just went through everything, and there is no addictions. There's no other woman. There's nothing like that. So then when I dove into things, so it turns out that the lies began when we were dating, and he actually lied on his prenup. And the $160,000 that he even came in with were tied to loans and lines of credit from his business.
So he just said that this is how much credit I have. It's not real net worth.
I didn't know that.
But that's what he just admitted to you, though, recently. So, yeah.
So really he came in with zero.
And he lied on a
He actually came in with
legal
negative.
document. So he lied on a legal document, too.
Yeah.
Because he owed $160,000
When did this
because there were
happen?
loans and lines of credit.
About 2 months ago.
Okay.
And I have to say, I'm still in shock.
Sure.
How's the business doing? Is it going into the business and his business is tanking? Or does he, when you look at his business, is there profit? And he's just not bringing that back into the personal side?
His business is not doing anywhere near as well as it used to, or as it was, and he has been lying about how well it's doing.
Wow.
And I'm a budgeter. If you tell me, hey, only this much money is coming in, I'll just pull out a spreadsheet and say, hey, let's start budgeting. But that's not what happened. Instead, we're going on vacation.
Yeah.
Instead, we're doing things like that we shouldn't be doing if you have debt.
Yeah.
So he's also racked up about $130,000 now in personal debt.
Can I ask you a question? Because he's not here, so I can't question him in the same way.
Yeah.
What was the inside of you that made you go, I need to sign a prenup with this guy?
There again.
Was there a red flag already?
They're super Christian.
No, there wasn't. It was just the fact that our net worths are so vastly
different.
Yeah.
Sarah, I'm so sorry. So are you separating from him?
No. I feel we have 2 very small children. And again, I'm still very much in shock, but we have 2 very small children, and I know the statistics with growing up in a home with a broken household, and I don't want that for my children either.
Yeah.
Are you in
And
counseling?
they're just so young.
Are you guys in
No.
counseling? Will he go?
No. He said he would go, but to be quite frank, it's not something that we could afford right now.
Fuck.
If you're going to make the marriage part work, Sarah, you're married to a liar, and not just a liar like here and there. Like, I mean, there's something wrong, deeply wrong with him, and in the process, he's hurting his family. And so, for you to draw boundaries for yourself does not make you a bad mom. I just want to give you freedom to do what's best for Sarah in this moment, and for this to be a healthy longevity, level of a marriage. There's a lot of broken pieces, and without a professional, I really believe, to be in the mix of this, and for him to show deep remorse and a pattern of change until you have trust. I'm separating everything today, Sarah, financially. You need to protect yourself. Your income now goes into a different account with his name nowhere near it. I would contact a lawyer just on the basis of lying about a prenup. I would just get some more information to protect yourself and your kids, because
I have already done most of that, and
Okay.
I'm in the midst of a post-up, which he has agreed to.
where you go back and have basically a prenup in the middle of the marriage. Is that what that is?
Yeah, post
Changing the
Post-up
prenup
is
to make it correct to where you guys currently are?
No. Post-up, just reiterating that his debt is his debt, and even if I decided to, let's say, help him get out of his debt, that I would not be, I'm expecting to get reimbursed at some point. It's not just my responsibility.
I hear you. Yeah. Well, what we find so much often, Sarah, with these, the level of financial infidelity that you've experienced is the level of an affair. I mean, you can put anything in place, but that you start to question yourself. I mean, there's so much in that when you are so deeply lied to from the person that you're supposed to be in a marriage with. So I would do what I would have my own therapist. I would have him go to therapy if you're going to make this work, but I would also protect yourself until a pattern is proven, that he's proven back his trust with finances.
Create your free every.
Okay, so the question I have is, do you guys think that is worse than cheating on cheating?
100%.
Yeah.
100% that's worse.
Yeah.
Okay, my take is, first of all, she should kill him. Second of all, that's something. That is a murderable offense.
Facts.
Yeah.
That is a murderable offense.
Facts.
That is highway robbery, deceit, theft, abuse. There's so much things wrong with that. And second of all,
you frauded our prenup. That is so fucked.
do you know the worst part about it to me?
What?
He fucked up the game. Shorty's worth $1 million?
Facts.
Yeah.
And you fucked up the game. She was willing to date down.
Yeah.
This is why rich women don't date down.
Because niggas like
that.
this.
He fucked up the game.
That's actually a really good point. That's a really good point.
Like the man had it all, bro. The man even trapped her, got 2 kids, and she won't even leave because of the 2 kids, bro. First of all, I think she's stupid as fuck for that. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
You know what?
Her points make a lot of sense, but I still think it's not worth it.
Yeah, I can.
Points don't make any fucking sense.
Her points do make sense.
No.
Explain.
Nigga, this is like it's basically borderline criminal offense. And like, you're still like, unless there's more to the story that she's not talking about. Yeah, but like, it's different when you're the victim of the criminal activities.
People date the people who abuse them all the time.
And we're just going to justify that?
I'm not justifying it, but sometimes I'm not going to say you should leave in every single scenario.
Okay, maybe legally they don't have to divorce, but at least like there's no reason why they should be living together.
They have 2 small children.
I understand that.
So what's the point of not living together but then staying married? That's
because like if you guys, so like all this shit happens, whatever, right? And then now they have 2 small children and they barely have any good standing finances. What makes you think that them separating would make the situation better when they both have bad finances right now?
And taking what she said that she's seen the statistics of kids who grow up in single parent households versus not. Do you know those statistics?
Yeah, it's pretty bad. I actually don't know it off head, but I know it's pretty bad.
I don't know it off head, but I know that there's I think there was like a 70% difference in like overall success and happiness versus people who grew up in a 2-person household with both of your parents, your biological parents, versus not. It literally creates a whole world of a difference.
Fam, I can literally just look at my friends that their parents are still together and I'm just like, yeah, you're doing better than me.
No, for real though. It's actually, it's a bigger difference than if you were to grow up in a low income versus a high income neighborhood. All the statistics that create the most successful children, the highest statistic that will create the highest chance of a successful child and a happy child is one that grew up in a 2-parent household with both their parents. Fair. It's literally, there's statistics on it that it's kind of crazy, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But that's why I could understand her, because like honestly, she sounds like a catch. She seems very smart, organized,
the amount
empathetic.
of composure that she was able to tell that story. Like most women telling that story would be sobbing. Like,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
She seemed like a sweetheart, bro. Like all of her points. And just the way she told it and everything, like he really like took advantage of her because she's a sweetheart. Mm-hmm. She was really trying to look at him for him, and he deceived her. That's what I'm saying. He fucked up the game.
Facts.
Fuck. Is there any sort of sound we could put to that nigga? Like, fuck him?
Hell no.
Exactly. Yeah. Fuck that nigga. He missed.
No. Yeah.
Like, holy fuck. Now imagine the other foot around. What would you do if a girl did that to you?
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm more petty than her, I understand the whole like staying together because of the whole childhood thing. But at the same time, I think that there's also, because I don't think that's going to be a conducive household. Like me living with a person that did that to me, I don't think that's going to be a conducive household to have to raise kids in either. So for me, it's picking like my lesser evil. And I would rather be a happy father to my kids away from this person than like
me too
being completely miserable.
I get it. That's why I understand her, but I would completely leave.
Yeah.
Honestly, I might kill him.
Yeah.
That would ruin like the whole thing for the kids, but
I'm not thinking about the kids in the moment. That you robbed over $200,000 from me, bro.
Yeah.
That's 300.
Almost 300.
Yeah, 300,000.
300K, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, from multiple accounts.
Gunshot. Gunshot. Nah, that nigga gotta die.
Yeah.
And if it was a girl who did that to me, okay, don't judge me too much. I've never hit a woman before. But would you understand? One open hand. Would you understand? I'm not justifying it. I'd be wrong, but would you understand?
So the thing is, I personally wouldn't do it. But if I heard someone like gave her a dirty slap because of that, I'd be like, he's not an abuser.
Would you understand?
Smoking her.
Yo, fam, that's a murderable offense. You know what I'm saying? Those are the ones where you do it and you do the time happily. Those are the ones you do like, hey, you're happily going to jail. Hey, I did it. Fuck it.
Bitch robbed me, so I smoked her.
I hope my kids get it too. One day you'll understand.
Ooh. Yeah, it's one of those things that's just, that changes your whole entire life. Like every plan that you had, and like you can't even really trust people.
Bro, the way I would never be able to trust a single soul in life, bro.
Yeah,
I would never be able to trust anybody again, bro. I would never marry again. Even dating would be hard, bro.
That's lifetime trauma.
That's a lifetime trauma.
Lifetime trauma, because like
that's way worse than cheating, bro. I don't care.
Yeah, because like you lied like before we even got married.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. Homeboy is a certified finesse. Finesse. This man finessed the shit out of her. But he's an idiot because he didn't flip the money. He didn't do nothing. The man
didn't do nothing. The man just went into the red.
Yeah,
into the red.
He probably thought he was flipping it. He thought he was doing so good, and then it kept getting worse and worse and worse, and now he can't do shit.
Nah, because Taken, she was saying that like his business wasn't doing as good as it was in the beginning, or like as he claimed it was.
And he probably was using that money to try and like go into his business, thinking he was gonna get it out of his business, but it wasn't coming back. But he just wilded it out, like, because 200K is nuts, bro.
Facts.
That shit makes me so sad. But honestly, I think I said this to you before, Rex. Like, once I started listening to the Dave Ramsey show, it made me feel so much better about my life, because I'm like, bro, I have I know you guys are going to go against this, but I say I have no fucking reason to complain, because I'm not living the life of a woman who has 2 small children, who came into a marriage with over $1 million in net worth, and then found out that years and years and years later that my husband has been lying to me this entire fucking marriage and has been robbing me right in my fucking face. And now we literally don't even have any money, and we have these 2 small children. I don't want to be with this person because I literally can't trust him. I probably can't trust anybody else in my entire, you know what I mean? Like,
you can still complain about some stuff, you know.
If
you don't got air conditioning and it's hot, you can be like, fuck, it's hot in here. So.
You know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have none of these like wild ass problems that these people really be dealing with. I'm just complaining because, oh shit, like my mom has to come into my bedroom to use the fucking laundry room. Whoop-de-doo.
Whoop-de-doo.
Like, you know
we need a whoop-de-doo drop.
Yeah, we need a whoop-de-doo drop still. But yeah, man, yeah, stuff like this, like it really makes me appreciative of my life and just being able to kind of not have to worry about those kind of trust issues.
If that happens, would you tell your kids when they like get older?
Yes.
But what if it ruins their vision of their father?
That's fine.
Or their mother?
That's fine.
Like, honestly, like
I would too, but I just feel like she wouldn't. I feel like she wouldn't tell them.
Yeah.
She seems like a good
I don't know.
She seems like a good person, bro. Better than me.
I don't know
if that makes her a good person.
I think that she's what makes her a good person is that she shows her heart in multiple ways. Even throughout the prenup, she was saying that everything that we have after is good, but everything before it goes to our kids. Like everything, like even her thinking about the reason to stay for the kids, she's taking herself out of it. She seems like a very selfless person. She dated down. You know what I'm saying? Like she seems like a genuine sweetheart. She seems like a good person. So I could see her being like, I didn't tell you that. Her kids finding out one day that, I didn't tell you that because I didn't want to ruin your vision of your father because I know you guys look up to him. I could completely see her doing something like that.
I don't know if like, I feel
Fair.
like that's a double-edged sword, because it's like, now her kids might look at her as like, oh, like you hide stuff from me that I should know.
But nah, I wouldn't look at my mom like that. I would look at my mom like she's trying to protect me.
Protect your feelings?
Protect not my feelings, but my image of my dad. Because a lot of these things, like even like I wouldn't want to tell my daughter a lot of the feelings that I have about my baby mom or things that she may have done, because I feel like those are things that you have to find out for yourself. Like if you feel like if you have a deadbeat dad or something like that, the kid's gonna find out that your dad was bare minimum and never put any effort, whether it takes them to 20 years old. Eventually they're going to remember and they're going to see who was really there.
Yeah.
So you don't have to tell them, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I understand her, and I probably wouldn't tell them about that either, because I'm a big fan of like kids staying out of adult business, you know what I'm saying? Because like there's a Gary Owens situation where apparently he cheated on his wife or whatever, and then all his kids don't talk to him anymore. For me, I get it, because it's like, oh, you ruined our family and you hurt our mom. I get that, but for me personally, I stay out of grown folks' business. They can do whatever the fuck they want, cheat on each other. That's none of my business between mom and dad. I just stay. I'm not gonna cut off my mom or dad because they hurt each other. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
Unless it was physical, then I would probably see the reason for that. You know what I'm saying?
Fair.
I don't know. I feel like with this situation, it's like you're taking away, like what he literally was doing was actually like fraudulently like trying to. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's like you're taking away literally from the kids.
Her kids are 2 under 2 right now. At what age? And they're comprehending. What you tell them as soon as they're able to understand? Like what age do you tell them? When do you bring that up?
I think
it probably. I feel like that's a conversation that gets prompted by like, you know, I don't know. They might be sitting at the dinner table and like they've like. I've grown old enough to kind of like see certain patterns.
But what conversation would possibly prompt you to bring up that your dad stole $200,000 from me when you were 2 years old? Oh, we were talking about stealing from the candy store. Oh, I got stolen from once.
I don't know. It could just be.
I got robbed once. You want to hear from who?
No. Okay, I'll give you. I'll give you an example. I think it could be something as simple as like, hey, like mom, like I want to sign up for freaking hockey or something like that, and then it's like, oh, like we can't afford that, and it's like.
Because your dad robbed us for 200.
Yeah, that's a shit example. That's a shit example. I have a better example. It could just be like. Let's say like they grew up and then like, you know, there's a conversation and you're talking about like, oh, I used to do this before, you know, we got married and blah, blah, talking about like, oh, like what'd you do? Like, oh, this is what I'm interested in. Like talking about career stuff, right?
If they're fully adults, I could see the reasoning. If they're full adults, moved out the house and stuff like that, I could see the reasons. But up to the ages of 18, from 0 to 18, I don't see a good reason to tell your kids about that.
No. Like 16,
but why 15? Are you going to tell them?
That's the picture I'm trying to paint. So like, again, like thinking about it with my mom, she talks about like her previous career, like her childhood, shit like that. We just like story time, you know what I mean? So then like out of curiosity, I'd be like, oh shit, like what happened to that? And then like she's just gonna tell me what happened. Like what happened straight up real. Like, oh, like
Shorty's worth $1 million. He stole $200K. She fine.
But like
she
again,
has assets worth $1 million, and yes, but by the time that the kids are able, you don't think that she's gonna build back a little bit of wealth where the kids aren't gonna be like, they're not gonna think. She doesn't strike me as the type that even though she had that net worth, that you would even see it on her, that you would be able to notice. I feel like she would live a modest lifestyle where her kids don't even know. She probably lives a modest middle class lifestyle, bro. So what are they gonna say? Like, oh, what happened to all that bread? Like, what are they gonna say?
I don't know. I think because I agree with Ayo's point where it's like if they grow such a strong relationship where it's like there's almost like nothing left out of their like lifespan that they haven't talked about with their kids, and then like in the midst of talking about like, oh yeah, like, you know, before me and your dad met, this and that, like we had to. It could even just be like about like relationship stuff that they're having a conversation about.
For your relationship with your parents, isn't there certain things that your parents didn't tell you until you were grown?
My parents don't tell me shit, so it's a terrible example.
Do you ask
I'm the opposite.
Do you ask questions?
No. Okay, I'm the opposite.
What?
There's nothing that I don't know.
But would you say that there's certain topics that they didn't tell you until you were grown?
Grown is like relative. Because like when I say
is barely grown now.
Yeah.
He's 22 years old. So that's all adult man.
Okay, so what I'm saying is like so what I'm saying is like there's stuff about like my parents' relationships that I knew about before I turned 18.
Did they tell you?
Yes.
Okay, true. But does she strike you as the type of person to be like your mom though?
I don't know.
I feel like it's hard to say.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think that I don't see that she seems like she's looking out for the best interest of her kids. And I don't see her kids benefiting from learning that at a young age.
Personally, again, personal experience.
Because they might resent their father and it might ruin the whole thing that she's trying to build.
See, that's the thing. Right? So like after learning about all the shit that's happened.
What do your kids get out of learning that? Besides hate for the father?
For me, it humanizes people.
No, it demonizes people.
Okay,
there's no human aspect of that whole situation.
His example is like
we're only using his example. Let's not use any other.
Okay, yeah, his example is very bad.
That's why I can't see a reason for you to tell your kids unless you want your kids to hate the dad.
Maybe
that's the only reason.
Maybe he's hate worthy. Like let's not.
But we have to remember her goal is always seem to be looking for the best interest of their kids. So if she's looking out for the best interest of their kids, I don't see that. Like there's some things like I wouldn't tell my daughter certain things if it's gonna make their mom look bad until they're mad grown. Then I'm gonna let it fly. But like at young ages and shit like that, up to like I'm not gonna tell them.
I understand that. I understand the young age part.
I don't want them to look at. I still don't want, even if I don't get along with their mom right now, I don't want them to look at their mom a certain way.
My big disagreement, again, this is the example, right? specifically this example, I would want my kids to understand that this is the behaviors that their dad exhibits, because they can also be a victim in the future. If they grow up not knowing who their father is and loving him, and then by the time that they're old, I drop the news on them, they're not going to really believe me. And that leaves them open for their father to take advantage of them if he doesn't
their father's
change.
doing that to their daughters too. If you're robbing your youths too, that's crazy,
bro. I don't put it past
different type of stuff.
I don't put it past
He technically was in the fact that he was robbing from the family bank account.
I don't put it past them.
But fam, we don't look at our kids the same way we look at our spouse, to be honest, bro.
We don't know that.
We don't know him.
We don't know that. Yeah, he's been a full-fledged liar this whole time, so we don't know.
Would you guys tell your kids
about this
before 18 years old? What do you tell your kids?
I would. 100% I would.
If you decided to stay.
I wouldn't like involuntarily be like,
I'd probably tell them if I left.
I wouldn't stay. So like, it's very hard for me to visualize that.
But that's why I'm saying her staying is the craziest part of this whole story to me. The fact that she would stay. So if she's going to stay, I feel like she's not going to tell them, bro.
I would still tell them if I stayed, actually. Now that I think about it, but my focus of the story would be the learning of the growth that we had during like our staying period, like how we got over that. Because it's like, for me, it would be a lesson to them, like no matter how bad.
They're not getting over shit. She's waiting until they're 18 and she's cutting. I can't get over that, bro. I don't care how long it's been. I can't get over that. You can never trust that person again in life, bro.
I mean,
because the amount of, think about how many steps it takes to steal $300K.
Yeah. And to also, let's also not forget that like he committed a crime.
Yeah.
So he could literally like face jail time, face criminal charges. So it's like, I guess that would really be the only like valid reason.
I don't think she's
like
gonna charge
if
him though. Like I'm saying, I'm paying attention to the character of the woman, and she seems like a fucking angel to me.
But the thing is like, because of this situation, like no matter what, she has to get lawyers involved.
But she doesn't seem to. She seems like she's just getting a post snub. That's the only thing that she seems to be doing about it. She didn't seem like she was.
We'll
doing
need a part
anything
2,
else.
Sarah.
Yeah, facts.
Yo, shout out to Sarah. Round of applause for Sarah.
Shout out to Sarah.
Like, she's just we need more humans like her in the world, and we don't need the niggas like him to take advantage of her, because that's the reason why women don't date down. He's fucking up the game.
Yeah,
facts.
Fucking up the game.
I need a woman to date down right now, bro. If you're looking at this,
wait, how down are you? He said he at least lied and said he had 160K. He had to lie, you know what I'm saying?
See,
imagine her husband's a nigga.
Listen. If this gets clipped and you're looking at me and you're looking for a fixer upper, hit me up.
Niggas wearing pajamas to every episode. He's wearing pajamas to every episode. He needs your help.
Chat too much. Chat too much. Chat too much. Chat too much.